It is all the news all the time, and my name is Adam, and yeah, lovely to have you back watching these videos. Very interesting news today. Very kind of you to be here to watch these things. Yeah, so let's have a little look, see what we're looking at today. Well, we've got the top 10 most searched celebrities on Google in 2022, and let me tell you, Johnny Depp and Amber Heard are on the list. And what else we got? Got some great news from Twitter. The evil witch Michelle Dauber has been banished from Twitter. Couldn't be finer. We're looking at the Amicus Curiae brief, this load of codswallop that they put together, and frankly it's quite risible and ludicrous, and we're going to have a little look and a laugh at their tomfoolery, because it is tomfoolery. And we're also going to be countering it. We're going to be looking at the deep sea 3D. Well, I don't know what all that's going about. And what is this? The luxury of pinnacle dating. No, the pinnacle of luxury dating. There you go. We're going to be looking at that very shortly. I'll explain why in a minute. So let's kick off. We got the 10 most searched celebrities on Google in 2022. Was it Zendaya? The answer would be no. Was it Millie Bobby Brown? I like her name. It's like da 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 da. Will Smith for slapping people. Was it Elon Musk for taking over Twitter, buying Twitter, launching things into space, making AI art projects? I like that thing. Have a look at DALL-E2. That's really cool. Artificial art thing. Anyway, that's his project. Is it Pete Paparazzi Davidson? He'll go with any celebrity and then call the paparazzi to get himself in the papers. Was it Kim Kardashian? She's pretty much the same as this guy. Was it Tom Brady? A guy who knows how to throw a football? Or was it I like to call her Queen Elizabeth, but whatever makes you happy. There's the old Queenie, and there's Johnny Depp in second place. Johnny Depp, most viewed on Google, second most viewed on Google, and he was looked at for 5.5 million times a month. 5.5 million times a month. That's a lot. And then we got Amber Heard. She's up there, 5.6 million times a month. So basically, they're asking who is she and what's going on. Who is this woman and what is going on? What's the situation? 5.5 and 5.6 million times a month people were reading about her frankly awful behaviour and shenanigans, and he's happy, loving life all over the place. Brilliant. So what's he doing at the moment? Next thing coming up, I think with Johnny Depp, is the directorial, not debut. He did direct a film a long time ago, but he's directing a film called Modigliani, who's an artist. It's a day in the life of Modigliani, who is a dissolute libertine, as far as I can tell, who spends most of his time drinking, making out with women, and having a fine old time. And so yeah, that could be quite interesting indeed. So what else is going on? We've got the Wicked Witch, Michelle Dauber, the person I believe is responsible for that ridiculous statement from 130 so-called experts, and some of the things this woman's been saying are frankly insane, violent, hostile, and insane. And she's gone. Don't know where she's gone. Probably someone chucked some water on her and she melted. I'm melting. Yeah, and all her flying monkeys have escaped. I think that's what's going on. Let's have a look. Oh, we got some product placement today. Product placement. I'm liking this. I saw this on Black Friday deal. 45% off. It's $300, but it was $550. I've always wanted one of these things. This is one of those super powerful blenders. You can blend anything. You can chuck diamonds in there. No, you can't. I'm just making stuff up. You can chuck rocks in there. No, you can't. But what I'm saying is you can put fruit in there for sure, and it'll blitz it. It'll make nut butter. That's an SNL reference. And there you go. It'll do all sorts of things. So if you want to buy one of those, I'll put the link in the description, and it helps support the channel. And I've always wanted one of these things. Super good they are. I want a KitchenAid as well. I used to like making cakes. I was a chef for quite a while, which is a bit of a weird coincidence. Yeah, I like this thing. So if you want a super powerful blender, the Vitamix blender, it'll blend anything. Get it from the description. That'd be fantastic. What else is going on? We've got this Amicus Curiae brief. This is coming from Amber Heard's team. If I go back to the beginning, This is page 1 of 62. Don't worry, I won't make you sit through 62 pages of this codswallop and shenanigans. But basically, it's an amicus curiae brief. That means, amicus curiae means friend of the court. It means not a legally defined person who is legitimately involved. Just somebody who wants to jump in there. Somebody who wants to stick their 2 pence in. Somebody who wants to stir the pot. And we can go through all this shenanigans if you like. But what we're looking at are case citations here, and these are, this makes me laugh, all these other authorities are basically newspaper articles, and that's never a good sign that you're chucking in non-law into such a thing. Anyway, these are sources, identities, which we don't really need. If I scroll through to the page, I want page 32. Where are we? 31, 31. 32, summary of the argument. So this is their main general statement of what they think should happen. So the statements made by Ms. I always find that a bit weird, Ms. Were speech protected by the First Amendment to the US and Virginia constitutions. See, as a UK-based person, I have a weird view of constitutional documents. In the UK, we don't actually have a written constitution. We don't have a constitutional document of any type. You might say, well, you haven't got a constitution then, Adam. So what are you talking about? And I would say, in response to that, I would say we have what's called an unwritten constitution. What we were concerned about was, as soon as you write a constitution, as soon as you write down anything and then say this is the constitution, it very quickly goes out of date. For example, if I said everyone has to practice archery every Sunday for 2 hours, every man has to practice archery every 2 hours on a Sunday, in case we need to fight the French. It usually was the French. That sort of thing goes out of date quite quickly. The musket gets invented, and then flintlock and wheel-lock and matchlock rifles get invented, and then cartridgeless gets invented, and the use and utility of archery goes out the window. But still, it's written into the Constitution, it's fixed in time, and we're sort of stuck with it. So this is my issue with constitutional documents. We do have documents in the UK that are classed as constitutional, that they are so important that they are, in effect, constitutional documents. Things like the Magna Carta, but they're not a constitution in the same way that someone from America would think of them. And so yeah, we can update things as we go, and we don't need to put amendments into place. So that's my concept of constitutions. But we're looking at this, which is obviously the US, and as it says here, the statement made by Ms. Heard were speech protected by the First Amendment to the US and Virginia constitutions. Yeah, as soon as you start amending a constitution, you open up a floodgate. Well, if you can amend it for this, you can amend it for something else, and it becomes a document that's challenged constantly. Very interesting. But anyway, the op-ed was an opinion piece. This is what they're saying. It's an opinion piece only, and it has no direct connection or citation to Mr. Depp. Is that so? Is that so? So this is their primary initial statement. If I can just show you this little email trail. This comes from Robin Schulman, and it's sent on this date, sent to Sean T. Walsh, and they're discussing the actual op-ed article itself. Thanks so much, Amber and Sean. I so appreciate your work to protect Amber and also make this piece true to her experience, they say. I'd love to hop on a phone call. I love it when corporate people talk like this. I'd love to hop on a phone call. I'd love to touch base with you. That'd be great. If you're available. I'm free now for the next 5 minutes. Well, that's passive aggressive, isn't it? I'm free now for the next 5 minutes. So it's like, call me immediately. Or again from 2 till 3. EST. 40 minutes from now, there's again more passive aggressive, do it immediate. You had a brilliant solution for the paragraph about not talking about the marriage. Not really a brilliant solution, because it ended up costing your client $10 million, but there you go. My concern is this paragraph. Then 2 years ago, after I got a temporary restraining order, so this is from the actual op-ed itself, well, the prospective op-ed, 2 years ago, after I got a temporary restraining order against my then husband, I felt the full force of our culture's wrath for women who speak out. The day I left the courtroom and walked into a pack of hundreds of photographers, I didn't have a team of bodyguards. My lawyers used their own bodies to block out space for me to walk to my car. The whole way there, I heard press yelling the same question in one form or another. Is it true you're making all this up? So This is what the op-ed was supposed to be, and it clearly mentions my then husband. So for them to say in their first opening argument, the op-ed was an opinion piece with no direct connection or citation to Mr. Depp is disingenuous at best. And if that's the quality and the level of where they're going, it's going to fail. It's going to fail super badly. So I'll leave the link to this flipbook.com where you can read through the brief yourself. It's 62 pages of hopeful, made-up, slippery slope argument after slippery slope argument, backed up with very little law and a lot of made-up media stories. It really is a lot of empty waffle, and the judge is going to see it in the same way that you would a crisp packet on the floor, and yeah, it's going to go in the bin. So what else is going on? Well, let's go to the Deep Sea 3D. Why not? Deep Sea 3D at the Smithsonian. Brilliant place. Can't go wrong, Smithsonian. What are they saying? Well, Johnny Depp and Kate Winslet narrate an exploration of the exotic and rarely seen ecosystems that thrive in the deepest section of the ocean. Divers photograph the most colourful, there's a U missing, undersea life, highlighting the symbiosis and biological traits these undersea creatures have developed to survive at such depths. Turtles gather algae to clean their shells. Giant squid rapidly change colour, there's a U missing, and divers witness the yearly spawning of a coral reef in the Gulf of Mexico. Oh, I don't know anything about that. But anyway, what I'm saying here is we got Johnny Depp, we got Kate Winslet narrating some interesting thing at the Smithsonian. If you want to get yourself down there, that's going to be fantastic. And that's called The Deep Sea, and it's got Kate Winslet and Johnny Depp. Brilliant. I did listen to the American narrator, the voiceover.
To experience a spellbinding underwater world.
I love their accent. To experience an underwater world. So yeah, let me know your thoughts, your hopes, your dreams, your ambitions, and there's one more thing. Oh yeah, one more thing indeed, which I found extremely interesting. So what is this? Amber in a dating platform. Sources a friend who knows the CEO of a controversial sugar dating platform, Something Book. I heard that they'd reached out to Amber Heard's reps to offer a free lifetime premium membership after the JD debacle and a 7-digit endorsement deal to be the platform's brand ambassador. Hope that she manages to heal from all this drama. This is pure speculation, but I think there's a lot of speculation here, but very interesting indeed. So we have the pinnacle of luxury dating. This is Sugar Book. So what are we saying here? Is this Sugar Book, the luxury site where people meet and build honest, right, and transparent relationships? Yeah, negotiable relationships. That's what that is. So very interesting. Is this going to be Amber Heard's new next corporate sponsorship? Very much interesting. Pure speculation, obviously, and obviously she hasn't done anything. They've just put it out to her, but kind of fun. Okay.